Welcome to the beginning of October and another month's worth of Little Acts of Decluttering. If you're new to decluttering and not sure where to start, then I came up with the little acts of decluttering that you could do on a daily basis that can help you chip away at the clutter without feeling like you have to do everything at once and feeling overwhelmed. So if that seems like something that would work for you, then watch on, because we're going to share a little act of decluttering that you can do every single day that you can follow along with. Hi, my name's Rachel. I do videos about decluttering, minimalism and my no spend year. And today we're talking a little acts of decluttering for October, because little acts of decluttering every single day help keep the clutter at bay. Chipping away a little bit at a time is really going to make a difference overall when you're trying to reduce down the amount of stuff in your home. I share a free PDF calendar on my website, declutteryourlife.co.uk. So you can get the latest PDF, you can print it off, and you can always tick things off as you go. I also share them on my social media channels, Little Acts of Decluttering, every single day as a little video. So if you want that daily reminder, then go check out Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok. So it's one of the longest months, it's 31 days. Let's see what we got to declutter this time. When you're sorting, try and keep them into categories, items that you're going to keep, what you might donate, what you're going to sell, and what you're going to recycle or put in the bin. This will make it easier when you finish a session, when you finish that area, you can then put things back easily and you will have already sorted everything else out. For the 1st of October, let's sort out any hanging baskets that you've got in the garden. It's time to take out anything that is no longer alive and see if you can sort things through and tidy it up, ready for the winter period. For the 2nd of October, can you go through hair accessories? Do you have too many? Do you have too many of each category? Could you reduce down so that you only have what you are going to use on a daily basis? For the 3rd of October, can you go through garden hoses or sprinklers? Just make sure you haven't got any old ones in the shed or in the garage, and make sure that they are working correctly. Any attachments, if there's not ones that fit to the right hose, then it's time to let go. For the 4th of October, can you go through tote bags? There might be a collection here. I think we get given them so often at different events, etc. Do you need all of them? Keep your favourites and keep the ones that you really love and reduce down the excess. For the 5th of October, I want you to find a drawer that is full. It's overflowing. And all you're going to do is you're going to see if you can reduce down everything in that drawer so that it closes more easily and so that it doesn't look so full. So choose any drawer within your home, but you're just going to see what you can do in that area. If you're enjoying this video so far, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and press like and subscribe so that you know when I upload my next video. I do videos about decluttering, I do declutter with me, I do things about minimalism. I've recently done videos about a minimalist Christmas, so if that's something that's of interest, then go and check that out. But please like, comment and share, because it really does make a difference to how much it is seen. For the 6th of October, can you go through a box in the attic or in the garage? Good opportunity to just check through and see if there's anything that you're ready to let go of or that you no longer need. For the 7th of October, can you go through pet accessories? Do you have any bits and pieces, any toys that are hanging around that are not being used, or that are just a drawer full of stuff that is for your pet but they don't really use anymore? Time to go through and reduce it down. For the 8th, can you go through vases? So do you have any favourite vases or ones that suit the style of flowers that you normally have? If there are any that don't really work for when you buy flowers, then maybe consider whether or not there are ways that you can repurpose the item or maybe sell it. For the 9th of October, can you get rid of any old sunscreen? So anything that's been open this summer or in previous summers, it's time to let go, because when it's been out in the heat, it can change the chemicals within there and it can make it difficult for sensitive skin. So it's always good to have a new batch each summer. For the 10th of October, go through any light bulbs that you have. Maybe you've got a stash of them that you have previously bought for different light fixtures. Do you have all the correct light bulbs for the fixtures that you've got? If there are any that you don't need, then it's time to pass them on to somebody else. For the 11th of October, can you go through your hangers? Do you have too many hangers? Do you have any hangers that you don't like using? Could you replace them for maybe ones that you do like? As you're going through your closet and as you're going through your wardrobe, think about reducing down your stuff so that when you've got extra hangers, then it's time to let go. For the 12th, can you set a 15-minute timer and see how much you can do within that time? This could be anywhere in your home. It could be all over. You could just grab random bits, or you could focus in on a particular area. For the 13th, do you have any old or tired looking slippers that you don't really use or that don't fit? Good one to check in with children if they wear slippers, because obviously they grow regularly. For the 14th, can you make sure that the kitchen side is clear of clutter? Good one to do on a regular basis. Just making sure that all the things that need to be away in the cupboards are away, reducing down and just getting rid of any excess. For the 15th, can you go through any fancy dress items that you have in your wardrobes? Are they ones that you're going to wear again? If not, could they be ones that you sell or donate onto charity? This applies to adults and children, always worth going through and checking. Children's fancy dress will sell on pretty easily. For the 16th, do you have any digital cameras that you're not using anymore? Maybe you've recently got yourself an upgrade and maybe your old one is sitting there in the cupboard. It's always good with electronics to try and sell them on relatively quickly, because that will get you the most value that you can for that item. For the 17th, do you have any old or damaged watering cans in the garden or in the garden shed? Do you have too many? Sometimes people have different sized ones for different things. Do you need that many? For the 18th, can you go through your towels? This is always a question number one as to how many is the right number, but it's worth working out what is the right number for you and then sticking with that. So if you know that you only need to have available a couple of clean ones each a week, then that means that you can monitor how many there are for every adult within the house and have that number. You are washing them regularly, so you don't need to have a huge pile, but I appreciate that if you've got dogs, you may have dog towels, etc. So it's worth working out what is right for you. For the 19th, can you go through any Halloween decorations? This is a great time to sell them on ahead of the Halloween period. So now is a good time to look through and see if there's anything you don't want, or maybe you don't really celebrate anymore. Maybe it's time to donate or sell. For the 20th, can you find 20 items to declutter from your home? This could be from any particular area. You could just go around the home and just see random things that are popping out at you, or you could focus in on a particular area, like in the wardrobe. It's just about finding 20 items. For the 21st, can you go through art supplies? Do you have too many, or do you have stuff that you don't use anymore? Be realistic about what you are likely to use and then let go of the excess. For the 22nd, can you let go of any spare buttons that you've been holding? We get them on all of our clothing, don't we? A spare button. But think about whether or not you might have that item of clothing anymore. And if you don't, then those buttons might be ones to let go of. For the 23rd, can you look at some camping equipment like tents? Do you have tents that are broken or that you don't use anymore? These are good items to sell on if you're not going to use them, and worth recycling if they are broken. Sometimes that ends up being a job that's just put off because it's too bulky to check. Now's the time to get it out and just see if it's working. For the 24th, I want you to have a look at those just in case items. These could be things that you're hanging on just in case you lose weight or put on weight. It could be just in case something happens, or just in case you get round to doing the garden or doing a project. Be realistic. Is it something that you're going to be able to use in the next 12 months? Is that achievable? If not, then maybe it's worth considering letting go. For the 25th, can you look at the bathroom and look under the sink at any cabinets that you might have? Are there any items in there that you don't like, that you don't use, that you don't love? Time to go through and let go. For the 26th, can you make sure that the dining table is clear of clutter? This is one I bring up regularly because it's really worth going through and just making sure that that space is usable for eating. Think about what items end up being caught there as the catch-all place, and look at where you can find the space for that to live. For the 27th of October, can you go through children's toys? Now is a great time to sell on second-hand toys ahead of the Christmas period. Lots of people do buy second-hand, so it is worth seeing what you can donate or sell ahead of the Christmas period. For the 28th, can you look at camping equipment like camping stoves and bits like that? Are there any items that you're not going to use? Do you have any damaged ones? Or do you have any that you don't think you're going to utilise again because maybe it wasn't your thing and you didn't enjoy it? For the 29th, do you have any air beds? Maybe ones that have holes in. Are they fixable? Are they ones that you're going to use? And if not, it's time to let go. For the 30th, it's time to check through torches. Maybe they have torches in the attic or in the shed. Do you need them? Do you have too many? Do you have any that are damaged? Go through and check. And for the 31st, can you go through walking boots and shoes? If you've got young children, they are regularly growing. It's always worth checking that they fit properly and just make sure that they are in good condition. You can always get extra sprays for making them more waterproof if that is something that is an issue. Just check through that you've got exactly what you need. So there are 31 little acts of decluttering that you can do for the whole of October, and hopefully you follow along with the calendar or on my social media channel. I'd love to know how you're getting on with your decluttering journey. Is there anything that you've had to focus on this month that didn't come up? And what are your goals for the month? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments. I shall be back for more videos soon. Take care. Bye.